Hey man, told you to get a stronger compound yesterday, and it did. Well, my micro scratches are gone. Heck yeah, man. Yep. That's all you needed to do. Just the audio of it. Oh, she was so confident that the Mop and Glow was like the best thing ever. That's what made me keep watching it. And it was going into a bucket, and I'm like, why is that going into a bucket? And then when I saw it go on the car, and then I scrolled, looked at the comments, and she was talking about how her husband's doing it for 30 years, detailing for 30 years, so he knows what he's talking about. I was just like, okay. I just didn't know what to do, man. What compounds do you recommend? So, our 2-in-1, our impressive compound and polish. That's a really good product for medium compounding and polishing. Heavier compounding, you're probably going to need something like McGuire's 105. That's a heavier cut. But 2-in-1 for the compound and polish are impressive. And the link's in the bio. If you have any questions under Detail Products, under Detail Studio, the link's on there on the impressive. But that's what we use in our shop for a 2-in-1 product when we don't need to do like heavier compounding. Is a more aggressive compound needed, or pad, or light scratches? It depends on the how bad the scratches are. You don't always need a more aggressive compound. In fact, I always, that's why our impressive 2-in-1 is good, because it's a medium grade and it will compound and polish. Where if you need heavier cutting, McGuire's 105 is for heavier cutting. But start light and work your way up. Otherwise, if you start heavy, then you got to do more correction to refine that paint. What's the difference between Sonax and McGuire's? Well, they have different. McGuire's has different compounds. I don't find McGuire's have a finer polish. Sonax Final Finish is a really nice finishing for softer paints or final refining on there. McGuire's 205 it has a purpose too. It doesn't refine as much as Sonax, but it is effective on a lot of vehicles. But I feel like Sonax takes the cake. 205 would be second place. Our surface sanitizer. This is a really good thing to have now. We are selling a lot more of this because COVID and all that going on now. People are buying this because you can use this on the leather, vinyl, all the interior carpet, all the interior surface of your car. So when we get a vehicle that comes in, open those doors, spray it down, and in 10 minutes, boom, you're good to go. You can go in that car, and the car is sanitized. I'm not even open today, and I already had 3 people contact me about buying some of this. One person wanted to buy it for their church, so they can sanitize everything with people inside the church, dentist's office, athletic place. So, surface sanitizer, good stuff. The other one's going to be our dress up. This is our interior all-in-one mild cleaning and protection on the interior with a satin finish. Next one is our bug buster. This is our concentrate. You can actually dilute this down a little bit. But so you spray this on, let it sit for about 30-45 seconds, and it melts the protein of the bugs off there. And you may need to use a bug sponge if it's been on there for a long time. But if it's regular, it'll come off with your regular washing with a wash mitt. And then our show shine, but that's our dry wash and our clay lube. And then our Detail Studio Blackout. That's for your vinyl, your plastic, for exterior, your motor, your tires. So that is the lineup. Okay, let me go through the comments here. Holy cow. Did you ever ceramic coat a boat for it? Yeah. Oh, I have ceramic coated boats, so ceramic coated RV, ceramic coated aircraft, ceramic coated a tractor, ceramic coated a bicycle, motorcycle, granite countertops, backsplashes, shower, lots of windshields. Yeah, we've done a lot of boats. We ceramic coat a lot of boats and a lot of RVs. Big jobs. It's the best thing to get water spots off a windshield. So there's a couple things. So it depends on how long they've been on there. Our water spot buster is very good at removing water spots. We have a lot of people locally, because we have a lot of hard water here. Buy that stuff and love it, and use that for the paint or the glass. It can be on both. You know how we have our interior solution for concentrate for the interior? Well, we now have we're gonna have exterior solution that'll be for an exterior all-purpose cleaner for your tires, for the wheels, for lighter cleaning wheels, and then we have a degreaser as well. That's going to be soon. Oh man, why do people use a high-speed rotor to cut time when compound And polish. So a rotary doesn't so much cut down time on cars because you have to refine it afterwards. Yes, you can do it quicker, but you have to do more refining afterwards. I used to use a rotary. I used a rotary for, I would say I used a rotary for about 10 years. Like, on everything. And it was a shortcut. I mean, it was a quick do it, but when you get into paint correction and refining stuff, unless if the car is like super jacked up, it may help getting rid of more than what a DA is going to do initially. But I only use a rotary anymore on boats, aircraft, and RVs. They absolutely do. A rotary can burn if not used properly. But if they're used properly, yeah, you can use them just fine. But yeah, you can burn through the paint. And if someone who's done rotary says they've never done it, they're lying. Anybody who's first starting rotary will burn. You'll burn the paint. It just happens. You have corners, you have edges, things like that. You're looking at something, and then you have the rotary, and it hits that, and the heat, and it burns through it. So that is a possibility for sure. But you just have to be careful with it. You have to keep it moving. You can't keep it in the same spot. A DA, you can move very slowly. You can put it in the same spot. You're not going to burn the paint. You do the same thing through rotary, you're going to burn the paint really quick because it's generating heat. Because a DA is going multiple directions, where a rotary is just spinning. So they're generating more heat. Best way to clean windshield vinegar? No, that's not as bad as mop and glow. Because vinegar does work on brand new water spots. Long-term water spots, no. Like our water spot buster is a mild acid. That's why we don't use it on aluminum. That's why it says don't use it on aluminum. But paint, glass, completely safe for. Formulated for that. The next step, if that doesn't work, is actually get a compound and start compounding it off the window to abrade it up. How long do you consider mild water spots? So, new water spots are probably like the first week. And this also depends on the time of year. If you're in the direct summer, the direct sun, that's going to accelerate it a lot because those minerals are going to break down quicker and they're going to bake and they're going to start etching into this glass or the paint on there. So mild water spots, and it also depends on how much is on there too. Like our water spot buster. So let me give you an example. I had a customer. They bought our water spot buster, and they said, because I said it works on glass. And they said, well, will it work on windows of a house? And I said, yeah. And she bought like a 32-ounce bottle. She said, because I got a lot of water spots. The sprinkler's been hitting for a long time. Lots and lots of years. And I said, okay. So, about a week later, she sent me before and after pictures. And she came in and talked to me too. She said, I have tried so many different products. Online, at the stores. And she said, this stuff, she said, although I had to go multiple times over, I could see it breaking down. And she showed me before and after. Holy crap. It looked like it was a cloudy fog before, and after it looked like a brand new window. We had a red Dodge Dakota. They had hard water spots. I asked them, I said, hey, how long the water spot's been on there? They said it had been on there for a year, because it was the previous summer. And I said, well, let me just try it. I'll try the water spot buster. It's been on there for a while, because usually I say with our water spot buster, 3 to 6 months, for easier removal. If to do multiple layers, probably 9 months or more, you'll need to go over it again to start breaking it down. But you'll see it; it'll break it down. So I did it on this Dodge Dakota. Been on there for a year, and it came off in 2 passes. I was like, oh, okay. But we had a black Chevy. Now you're talking about a black vehicle. It's absorbing a lot more heat. It was being hit by sprinklers. The guy, he had dropped off the airport, and the sprinklers were on at the airport, and they were hitting that, and he was parked right next to those sprinklers. It was 2 weeks. 2 weeks in the direct sunlight, a sprinkler constantly hitting that. So I think he got from vacation, he brought it in about 2 days after. And I was like, okay, well, it's been on there for 2 weeks. Fine. I would say, generally in the 3 to 6 month period, the water spot buster, we go in the mild. But if it's constantly being hit by a sprinkler and building up, then it's going to be, an issue. But again, there's variables. I tell people, I said, give the water spot buster a shot and see how it works, because there's applications that it just works like I didn't think it was going to work as well, and it worked great. Other applications I thought it was going to work great, and it was so-so. So, What do you think is good for getting sap off a white carp? Isopropyl, 75% IPA is good for getting it off. If you don't win, you all can be winners. Very easily, just go into my bio and click on Detail Studio and pick your products and put in your credit card, and you're a winner. Oh, who is it? Oh, look at that! Supreme Clean! You're the winner, man!